Coach, thank you so much for taking time to speak to us today. Just talk to us about final preparations. Less than 2 weeks to go before you head to the World Cup.
So we're really happy that we actually assembled so that we can have our final prep here in Johannesburg. You know, opening up the lungs for the girls to just get back into it, because we're heading off to World Cup, as you just mentioned, and it's exciting times coming.
And Coach, looking at the group that you are in, have you had time to suss out the teams that you will be playing, especially Brazil? That will be your first game.
Absolutely, we had our eyes on all of the teams that we're going to play for the World Cup, but we really want to focus on ourselves, especially going into the first one. We want to play our game and show where we're good at, and that's what we're going to take into that first game against Brazil.
And how have the preparations helped? I mean, the games that you played against Canada and the Black Ferns helped in terms of preparing and fine-tuning your preparations?
I think that was instrumental in our prep. We got to play against good competitors, and that ultimately just helped us lift our game. We know how we wanted to tweak a few things, and we went about what our processes were, and the girls executed well, especially at the end.
And lastly, from you, what kind of conversations are you having with the girls now, with less than 2 weeks to go before the World Cup?
The conversation's all about we stick to our processes, we do what we need to do. We know the different areas of the game where we want to be sharp at, and that's exactly what the girls know the messaging will be. The messaging will stay the same. We just want to focus on ourselves and zoom into the competitors as we go along the tournament.
Coach, 20 of your 32, of your squad of 32 have been to the World Cup before. What was the thinking behind that in terms of what you're trying to achieve?
So ultimately, they were all, as you know, they were selected on merit. So purely through our selection policy, we selected the best possible troops to go to the World Cup. And with the 20 that we have that do have experience of previous World Cups, it's really special that we have them going forward, and they can just help with the environment as well, help the girls stay composed in the pressure situations, help the girls rise to the occasion, because that's what World Cups are. World Cups are there to bring out the best of the athletes, and it was quite perfect that we had those number of caps representing the country previously and just showing their expertise going into this World Cup.
While playing Canada, and obviously the first game against the Black Ferns would have sort of given you confidence from the margins not being as big as maybe in the past. How much confidence would you say the very last game, obviously winning it so convincingly, would have done for the team?
I think the momentum that we built across the few test matches we've played was monumental to what we wanted to achieve, and it made it more special because we just fine-tuned, like I said, and then we reap the benefits thereof. So the girls are going into the World Cup with massive confidence and knowing where we want to be and what we're heading towards.
Happiness.
Coach,
How's the secretary?
sorry, Coach, just take us through the three sides that you are going to be playing at the World Cup and how they are each different and unique in their own rights, and what it's going to take to beat.
So the first game we're playing Brazil. Brazil is a fairly new team. They like spreading the ball around, and where our approach will be slightly different. We want to run hard, run straight, and then execute our set piece very well. So Brazil will give us that challenge. We played Italy at our WXV previously, was quite competitive. We were dominating at set piece as well, and that's exactly where we want to be and what we want to achieve through that. France, we were on a European tour earlier this year, and we got a taste of their set piece and how we really want to play against France coming into the World Cup.
The team's stated ambition at this World Cup is to obviously win one game first, because they haven't won one in 22, I think it was. What happens with the rest of the games if you win that? What's the sort of like the plan in terms of progressing through the competition?
So yes, we'll take them one game at a time. We definitely want to first win the first game, and that's what we're heading into the World Cup for. Thereafter, we'll focus on the next game, and then we'll want to win the next game as well. And ultimately, we definitely want to make the playoffs. So in saying that, we have to win the first two games in order for us to have a nice free ride to the playoffs.
Happiness, thank you. Okay, just one last one. How's the mood in the camp?
Oh, these girls are happy. They're a bit down now because of the altitude, but it's a happy camp. Girls are excited, ready to go to the World Cup. Thank you. Thank you.